We actually have ongoing like debate, and by we is like me and my girlfriend. Is it pronounced Big Mich or Big Mich?
Big Mich. Big Mich, yeah. So
I lost that one.
Reference point to the name Big Mich. Big Mich, Mexicans, we like to play a game like, ¿de dónde eres?
Yeah.
That's Zacatecas, Durango. I'm from Michoacán, bro. So growing up, I would always say I'm from Michoacán, Big Mich, bro.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so we had the idea for micheladas. And originally I was going to call, the name of the company was going to be Pala Cruda. Because there's like the whole dad joke, the pala cruda. And then we were going to send those labels to get printed. And kind of like last minute, I just like, all right, no, the name of the company is Big Mich. That's what we're going to run with. Pala Cruda is the byline. Yeah. We sent for the stickers, and the rest is like,
that's
the name
awesome.
is history, man. Big Mich, micheladas.
So I guess that's what we could dive into, man. Big Mich. I saw on your website, and I know you've mentioned it before when we talked about it years ago. You started the company on a specific date, right?
Yeah, May 4th, 2017 now. So a couple years, 3 years going in.
Yeah.
That's my dad's birthday. Reason being, a couple of reasons. One, definitely honoring, my pops who got me into Miches. But also it was a Canelo fight. It was a Canelo and Chavez Jr. fight, right? It was Chavez Jr. and so they had like a big fight, and it's like, all right, man, like here's an opportunity.
Yeah.
If it's gonna hit, it'll hit on this day because everyone's gonna get together. So everything was kind of like we gave ourselves that day, or I gave myself that day to like scramble, put it in jars, get a label on it.
Yeah.
So
that's when you went live, like you were.
That was kind of like the launch. Like, hey, place your orders for this weekend.
Oh, wow.
That was the first time we were gonna offer it, and then it worked. I did $1,000 in sales in a day.
Damn, in one day?
Yeah, so I loaded the car, went to Menards, right? Bought all the jars that we could, and then I made as much mix as I could, and then we just started driving around. I'd get a message, like there were times where I'd be like in Cicero, right? Like delivering a drop off. I'm like, hey, pull through to Pilsen. All right, cool. And then it's like, all right, pull back through to Berwyn. So it's just like back and forth, bro.
Wherever they called it.
Yeah, I was just I pulled up on a backyard family party. There was like grilling outside. I'm like, hey, try this mix. If you like it, call me.
Yeah. Oh, bro. That's like grinding from the very bottom. Like you're like,
No, we would pull up on people like gardeners, like, hey man, si te gusta la michelada, bro, give this a try. Right. Or like I'd have like a bar in the car. And like I'd pop the trunk and be like, I'd make him a michelada. Like, man, if you like it, call me.
That's like equivalent of like selling mixtapes out your that's crazy.
Passing them out on the subway.
So like, did you ever have any like visions of this is gonna be on the shelves, like, or did that progress as you were like going?
No. It was definitely something that I wanted to get in stores. Yeah. That was kind of the end game. Not the end game, but that was the plan.
That was a goal.
Get a product on the shelf, so people could purchase it. But right away we hit like barriers, right? Like it's a fresh product. Like everything in there is we squeeze the lime, we cut the cucumbers, we puree them. There's no like added preservatives past that fact. So it's like no one wants that. Like you as a retailer, like I want that to sit on my shelf for as long as it takes till it gets sold. Right. I don't want to have like a date on it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, 'cause it's not like canned food where you could just let it sit forever.
Yeah. So there's like we had to do like a little bit of education, like. Beforehand, but we also had to like try to extend our shelf life, so everything from like a specific jar to a specific lid to the batching process, and man, that's where we're at now. We're in like 150 stores that carry our product. Nice. And our retailers are awesome. Yeah. Like I said, there was like a trust thing, because this wasn't something that like, oh, look how they did, I'm happy to say we were the first kind of like fresh michelada to market. Yeah, that's crazy. So then they were super cool. It was like, treat it like orange juice. We call them every week. Every Monday and Tuesday we call all of our accounts, and we just like, hey, how to go?
Check your jars.
Do you guys want another order? If not, it's cool. No worries. We'll see you next week. So we never have like a big minimum order.
So I guess not to cut you off, but like I guess for our out of state listeners. So Chicago, I don't know if it's just me not knowing, but like Chicago didn't really have like a michelada mix that they went to, like a preferred michelada mix. And I like how on the label you specifically put out like Chicago's official michelada.
Yeah, man.
So was that something like you learned, like, oh man, Chicago's not marketing this, so let me like steer into this lane? Because if you go down south, I'm sure like Houston or like southern states,
possibly. Well,
they're big on.
Even then though, like the only like micheladas mixes that I've ever seen aside from this one are like the ones that you see like at a Hispanic grocery store near the cash register, like one that's like in a cup and it's like syrup based.
Yeah, or it's like dehydrated.
Yeah, and it has like a shelf life of like years.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why we wanted. That's why we wanted to really launch this. We saw a need for it. Like you wanted a good miche, you went to that restaurant and you waited for that bartender to be there, and then you'd order because there was consistency issues all across the board, right? Or there still is, right? But if you want to solve those, call Big Mich and we'll
there you go.
Fucking hook it up.
Right.